This frozen island in the middle of nowhere is home to one of old school RuneScape's toughest dragon bosses, Vorkath. And according to the wiki, slaying Vorkath is one of the best possible money making methods in the game, and after spending 64 million GP on a dragon hunter lance to help me beat Dragon Slayer 2 in my last progress adventure video, I need to earn back some of the GP. So today, we're going on a little Vorkath adventure. And if you enjoy this video at any point, be sure to drop a like and comment to help me out in the YouTube algorithm. Thanks! Now let's go over the plan for today's video. First, I want to get my strength skill up a few levels to be able to kill Vorkath just a little bit faster. Then we'll max out my house, which is long overdue and will give us easy access to an ornate rejuvenation pool, as well as many useful teleports. Then I'll optimize my gear. There's a few items I need to get which will help us grind out more Vorkath kills. Then finally, we'll grind Vorkath and get our assembler and see how much GP per hour we can bring in. So let's get into it. Gonna do some Slayer to train up my combat skills. Think we're gonna go for 90 strength before our Vorkath grind. Been doing some Neve tasks. What are we gonna get this time? Sukwas, not bad. Let's head to Lunar Isle. There's two options for these Sukwas. In the north we have ones that hit with magic and melee, and it's not too pretty. And here down south it's only melee, and we can just pray against melee, sit back, and chill out for this task. I find this spot to be a great place to sit in AFK, as you'll attract two Sukwa spawns. There's 88 hit points, and there's 88 strength. Ugh, steel dragons. 85 attack on another Sukwa task. I'm realizing now this is gonna be a super long Slayer grind. Alright, so it's been about 10 hours or so of Slayer since that last clip, and along the way we got 81 defense, 72 Slayer, 73 Slayer, 82 defense, 86 attack, 74 Slayer, 89 hit points, and finally there's 89 strength. Pretty sick of Slayer at this point, but we're shooting for 90 strength, so I'm going to switch it up a bit and do a bit more AFK combat training method. Been loving Sulphur Naguas for combat training, and I did make a whole video about this training method if you want to check that out. Pretty AFK, basically free prayer and super combat potions, and just pretty solid XP rates. Right now I'm getting over 150,000 XP per hour between all my combat stats. There's 83 defense, 87 attack, 84 defense, there's 90 hit points, and there's 90 strength in the bag. That took about 12 hours, super glad to be done. And another bonus of the Sulphur Naguas is this sulfurous essence, which you can collect while you're training, and when you're done, give it to this big guy in the rewards room for some free, easy rune crafting XP. Wow, not bad, 28,000 XP, almost 2 levels there. And that's our training done for the day. Time to move on to maxing out our house. I've almost had the level requirement to max out my house for a while now. I'm not sure why I've been procrastinating it, but better late than never. And there's 84 construction. But there's still a couple things we need to build our house. I know we're going to need a crystal saw and some orange spicy stew to be able to boost up to 91 construction to build the ornate rejuvenation pool. Crystal saw is easy enough to get. I already have the seed for it, and I just need to bring it to this singing bowl to get my saw. There we go. Before we go for the stew, we might as well get our house as set up as possible before we spend hours killing rats. First, I'm going to go ahead and remove everything I've built to get a nice fresh start. Boom, there we go, all cleaned up. And there's where our portal nexus will go. And we want to orient our superior garden like this to give us quickest access to the rejuvenation pool. We'll place our achievement gallery here for close access to the jewelry box, kitchen here, bedroom here, workshop just like this, and we can add another bedroom in the southeast corner with a house viewer, there we go, and finally the costume room. And I think I'll actually add a second superior garden, and there we go, we have our house layout. Now let's go ahead and build some furniture. 3, 2, 1, there we go, coming together really nicely. We still need to upgrade the rejuve pool, portal nexus, altar, and jewelry case, and as well build the fairy ring. But we need the orange spicy stew first to boost our construction up to the point where we can do that, and it's a pain to get. First we need to get a cat from Gertrude. Yep, this one will do. Now we just need our new cat to chase some hell rats, and each time he gets one there's a chance he will become a hell kitten. Okay, we just got extremely lucky, first try. Now we could just sit down here chasing these little rats, but if we wait the 3 hours for our kitten to grow into a cat, then he should be able to take on the behemoth rats, which can guarantee us the orange spice drop that we need to make the orange spicy stew. Just barb fishing to pass the time, and our cat will be grown up any minute now. But there's 72 fishing. Any second now. There we go, our hell kitten is now a hell cat. Let's get some spices. So there is one behemoth hell rat which is protecting the orange spices we need, so we'll just grind him out and get 10 or so spices. There's a spice, another spice, more spice. Oh no, I looked away for 2 seconds, our cat is dead. Well, we have 8 full orange spices, hopefully it's enough. So let's go ahead and make some stew. We have our inventory ready with the materials we need to finish off our house, and how the spicy stew works is it will randomly raise or drop your construction by +or -5, and we need a +5, so that's about an 8% chance with each stew to get the boost we need. And we'll also need to move super quickly when we drink it, as we will have less than a minute with the full buff. The main thing we need the +5 for is the crystalline portal nexus, which you need 92 construction to make. And I only have 84 construction. But with the crystal saw's invisible +3 construction boost and the stew's +5, that brings us from 84 to 92. Well, this is our last stew, and we did not get the luck we need. We're gonna need another cat. Meet cat number 2. Cat number 2 has turned evil. I guess we're gonna try fighting the big rats with just the kitten. Yeah, this isn't going too great. I think we can get an even stronger cat if we complete rat catcher, so let's go do that real quick. Rat catcher's complete, and now we should be able to get the wily cat. Alright, I was unaware of this, but you need an overgrown cat to get the wily cat, which takes 5 to 6 hours after the cat becomes an adult and our cat is still a kitten. Was cutting some magic trees to pass the time, and cat number 2 is all grown up now. Might as well get some spices now, and if we still need spices by the time cat number 2 becomes overgrown, then we can switch him to a wily cat, which will make these kills a lot quicker and easier, but I want spices now. We got 11 full orange spices. Let's make some more stew and pray for the boost. First stew, -2. Fifth stew, -3. Eighth stew, -5. Wow. Ninth stew, -5 again. But we weren't in building mode, so honestly kind of lucky that that wasn't the one. Unlucky 13, +1. Last one, no boost, back to the rats. Purgatory. Got 18 more orange spice, let's get after it. -2, +1. Oh, there we go, we got it. We gotta move quickly, upgrade the portal nexus. There we go. Now the jewelry box. There we go. Now we gotta go to the bank super quickly, grab our materials, TP back. Now we do the altar. There we go. And the rejuve pool. Bam. Oh, and we also need our fairy ring. Got the supplies. Oh no, we need a watering can. I think we're gonna make it. There we go, we did it. Now we have all these teleports in the jewelry box. We can change our spellbook super quickly. Super easy access to a rejuve pool and a fairy ring. Now let's fill up the portal nexus. This is gonna be a lot of runes. There we go, I put what I could as I hit my buy limit on law runes in the GE, but our house is all good to go. Not entirely sure that it's completely optimized, but it's pretty compact and it'll do for now. I like it, but now let's go optimize our gear. So there are 2 specific items I want to get to optimize our gear for killing Vorkath. The Salve Amulet EI, which provides an insane 20% boost to all combat styles while fighting undead monsters, and Vorkath technically qualifies as a zombie. And the second item I need is the Neitiznot Faceguard, which provides great defensive bonuses, as well as the second highest melee strength bonus behind the Torva Full Helm. For the Salve Amulet, we just take our Salve Shard that we got as a reward from the Haunted Mine quest and use a ball of wool on it, and voila, we have our Salve Amulet. But we still need to imbue it, so let's see if we got the points for it at the Nightmare Zone. Okay, we're super close, just about 27,000 points off. This should just take a few minutes. Got the points, and now we have imbued the Salve Amulet. Now we just take Tarn's Diary from the Lair of Tarn Razor Lore mini quest and use it on the amulet, and now we have the Salve Amulet EI. And this will give us that crazy 20% boost to our attack and strength while fighting Vorkath. Now the Neitiznot Faceguard will be a bit more involved to acquire, as we gotta grind out a couple quests, the Fremennik Isles as well as the Fremennik Exiles. So let's just get started with the Fremennik Isles. The cat won't let me talk to the king until I give him some tuna. Nice. New fit, who dis? I guess I'm a tax collector now, 5,000 GP should do the trick, sure. So now the king wants me to tax everyone for having a beard. The craziest part is these poor citizens are just rolling over and actually paying 1,000 coins just for having a beard. Alright, time to take on the trolls. And down goes the king. Yeah, I'll be needing that head, thank you. And that's the Fremennik Isles complete. Now that gave us the Helm of Neitiznot, but we're looking for the Faceguard, so let's get started with Fremennik Exiles. So we start this one by talking to the chieftain in the long hall. Kill this little basilisk and it dropped a letter. Interesting. And we've been exiled. Now we're working on making V's shield. We got the Fremennik shield, lunar glass, lunar ore, lunar bars, and V's sigil. Getting the sigil enchanted. I couldn't give up my pet rock, so I need Pier the Seer to wipe my memories of it. Pet rock is now a polishing rock. Now we should finally be able to craft the shield. There we go. The captain's getting hammered before trying to get me unexiled. And we're at war with the basilisks. Captain and I are sneaking off to kill the leader, I believe. Oh no, what is this? Here we go with the boss fights. Jormungand down, and that's the quest complete. We got V's shield, 73 crafting, 60 rune crafting, and the ability to create the Neitiznot Faceguard. But in order to get the Faceguard, we need a basilisk jaw. And while there is a 1 in 1,000 chance drop from these basilisk sentinels, we can also just buy it from the GE for the very fair low price of 21 mil. Now we need to talk to Olaf the Bard back in Relica and ask him about the basilisk jaw. And now we can combine the jaw with our helmet and get the Neitiznot Faceguard. Check out these stat stat buff. Such a nice upgrade for our gear. Now here we have our full Vorkath setup, super great bonuses across the board, rocking the Faceguard, the Salve Amulet, which is giving us the 20% boost against undead, which is going to work great against Vorkath, going with Bandos armor, Dragon Hunter Lance and DFS, Barrow's gloves, D boots, and the imbued Berserker ring. And in our inventory, we got the Anti-Venom Plus, Extended Super Anti-Fire, Super Combat, Prayer Pots, Slayer Staff for an easy way to cast Crumble Undead, got some food of course, Bandos God Sword for that stat draining special attack, and our rune pouch with Law, Dust, and Chaos runes. All set and ready to go, and we have two objectives with Vorkath. We are looking to get his head as a drop, which is a 1 in 50 chance as we need it to make our Ava's Assembler, and our second objective is simply GP. We want to see how Vorkath is as a money making method, so we'll grind it out for a while to see how much GP we can rake in per hour. Been looking forward to this for a while now, and I'm so ready to start grinding this out, but before we wake him up, we're going to want to drink our Anti-Venom Plus, our Super Anti-Fire Potion, and our Super Combat. I like to camp against magic and throw Piety on. Now eat our Anglerfish, equip our Bandos God Sword, and wake Vorkath up and use our special attack for the first hit, and then throw the DFS and Lance back on for the rest of the fight. Vorkath has a few deadly special attacks to look out for. He has a freezing special attack where he'll summon a zombified scorpion, and we just quickly equip our staff with Crumble Undead set to autocast and click on the scorpion, and it will always die with one shot as long as your magic attack bonus is more than -64. And if you don't kill the spawn before it reaches you, it's going to do a lot of damage. Then Vorkath also has an acid special attack where he throws acid all over the ground and then repeatedly shoots fireballs at us, and to prevent damage we just need to not run but walk back and forth in a straight line. And we can also use this time to heal or pot up if we need to. Vorkath will always alternate between the special attacks, so if we see an acid special attack, we know we won't see another one until after a freezing special attack. Then Vorkath has his normal attacks. He has a melee, ranged, and magic attack. He also has a Venom Fireball attack, which we brought the Anti-Venom for, as well as a prayer disabling pink fireball, and when he uses this attack, just quickly turn your prayers back on and get back into the fight. And then finally, he has a very deadly aerial fireball attack, which is the one I seem to struggle with the most. If you don't move quickly a few tiles away from it, it does a massive amount of damage. So we just DPS him down in between special attacks, and eventually he falls. 50 magic logs and 2 sets of bones. The great thing about Vorkath is his bones alone are going for 28,000 GP right now each, and he drops 2 sets, meaning each kill is a bare minimum of 56,000 just from the bones. And with the mediocre 50 magic logs drop, it still brings that kill to over 100k. Kill number 2, what's it gonna be? Oh, let's go, we got Vorkath's head. No way we got that on the second kill. That's so lucky. I'm pretty sure it's a 1 in 50 chance. Well, there's one objective out of the way. That's what we need to make Ava's Assembler, which is gonna be a great upgrade to our range gear. We also got these unfinished bolts, which are over 100k. Such a nice kill, let's go. Once we are ready to bank after a few kills, we can just teleport to a bank, deposit our loot, and resupply. Then we tele to our house, use the portal nexus to Waterbirth Island, take the boat to Relica, and then finally take the boat to Vorkath Island. So I'm going to go ahead and grind Vorkath out for a few hours. I'll show some highlights from the grind as we go, and then we'll calculate how much GP per hour we can get from Vorkath. It would be insane to see the Draconic or Skeletal Visage. They are super rare, but very, very valuable. And of course, any of the collection log slots would be so nice to fill, especially Vorky. But they all are super rare besides the head, so I'm not really expecting to see any today. Kill number 4, about 200k with these Dragon Dart tips. Kill 5, another 200k. Definitely should have quick prayers set up for this. Number 6, about 70k straight cash, sweet. About 250k on kill number 9. Here's kill number 11, about 200k. KC 16, 230k. About 250k on KC 25. 350k on kill 32, that's a new PB. 133 Dragon Bolts, that's around 280k on KC 45. About 300,000 there. And this will be our final kill of the day. This is our 50th KC, and I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed second Vorkath head for us. There it is, and about 200k, not bad. So 50 Vorkath kills took about 2.5 hours, and this is the loot we got. And according to Loot Tracker, it adds up to about 9.5 million GP. But let's go ahead and sell it all on the GE and see how much we can actually get for all the loot. Everything has sold just over over 9 million GP. But now we have to subtract the cost of our supplies. We'll say it was a conservative 1 million GP, and that brings our profit to a nice 8 million GP. And to get our hourly rate, we need to divide that by 2.5 as we did it for 2.5 hours, and that brings killing Vorkath as a money-making method in at 3.6 million GP per hour. That's really good considering I'm not even close to maxing, and my efficiency with restocking and hopping right back into the kills was lacking. I bet if you were super efficient, Vorkath could earn you upwards of 5 million GP per hour, and I'm sure my personal rate will rise as I get more comfortable and used to the fight. So we made a decent bit of GP, but we still have our other objective, the Ava's Assembler. For this, we simply have to bring Vorkath's head as well as 75 mithril arrows and our Ava's accumulator to Ava in the Draenor Manor. Just have the items in your inventory and talk to her. This is a great upgrade for my range setup as it has such a nice ranged attack bonus, and in addition, it will also save 8% more ammunition than the accumulator. And I think this might come in handy for our next progress adventure video, and I'll give you a hint. It involves completing Regicide. But there we go, objectives complete. So I did a little remodeling to the house and added a chapel, and I know it would be more optimal if it was rotated, but we gotta make some sacrifices for looks. I also built this theme in the second superior garden where our spirit tree will go, but I'm not sure if I like it too much. And I also added the skills hall, and I did that just to get a use out of that second Vorkath head. In the skills hall you can mount a boss's head, so let's go ahead and do that, but first we have to get it stuffed. Just bring 50k and Vorkath's head to the taxidermist and Canifis, and now we have our stuffed head. Now let's mount the head. There we go. We can also trim these bushes to look like Vorkath now, so let's go ahead and do that. Voila. A little Vorkath themed house now. I like it. Overall, pretty happy with the house. Love all the teleports and the rejuve pool. Will definitely take some time to get used to it, and I'm sure it's going to be super useful in pretty much all our adventures, especially treasure trails and things like that. And speaking of treasure trails, I'm still working on the Easy Clue Scroll collection log. I think it's becoming tradition now to open up some caskets in these progression adventure videos. Juggling 13 clues right now, and we have 13 caskets. I already had 12 in my bank, so we got 25 begging to be opened. Really want to get the rest of these team capes, but we're starting at 96 out of 131 uniques. Let's see how many we can get. Any first casket luck? Steel Kite Shield G unique, but we do already have it. Black Helm H5, another duplicate. There we go, Saradomin page 2, new shared unique. Another duplicate, Bronze Plate Legs T. Not bad, about 100k. Studded Body G, Willow combo, and a couple purple sweets. 9 purple sweets, another 100k. Oh nice, there we go, 500k from these Nardot teleports, I'll take it. There we go, finally, Armadillo Robe Legs, there's a new unique. Any final casket luck? 20k, not really, but I'll take it. We got 2 new uniques and all the loot added up to just around 1 million GP. And that's gonna do it for this Vorkath progression adventure video, but before I sign off, I just wanted to thank you all for 2,000 subscribers. The channel is growing so much faster than I thought it would, and I want to thank all of you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. And if you're interested in further supporting me, I did just launch channel memberships, so be sure to check those out. Anyways, I really hope you guys did enjoy the video, and that's gonna do it for me. Till next time, guys, peace.